Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it.
This is Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
There we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right, probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Ertz has it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time now. They like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now it's Carson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? Officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback.
You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 22. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. To throw, it's Mahomes. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
550. Screen, triple C. Hey, sub. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Check that. Follow.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Come on, Sunday. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Even. Man, I got you.
Winston from the gun on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Mahomes. He'll back, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
4 down, ready. Black, 22's hot. 7's the night. Follow. Hey, what's your man? Take motion. Wait, that's
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Hey, ready. Blue 80. Watch 17. Watch 17.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. They run it with Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Mahomes. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Mahomes now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Zadarius Smith in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes going to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it with Carson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, third and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back in